Will the news today be positive or negative for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto markets? Most of the times when we have these interest rate decisions, volatility kicks in, and today is so important because most market participants believe that we'll have a 25 basis point cut. So if we don't have that, there will most likely be a dump. It will be like taking candy from a baby. If we do have it, then we'll most likely see a pump, yeah? But the markets are expecting it, so it's somewhat priced in. If we do get a higher cut, however, like a 50 basis point cut, then we will most likely see a very strong rally. However, what are the charts saying? Because the markets actually price in everything, yeah? They price in literally everything that happens in the world. So what are they saying here? The other day I told you that our lowest zone is between 112 to about 110k, yeah? But I also told you that I was expecting BTC to go to 117k. Now I said that because it was our resistance zone. And as you can see, it is retracing there right now. So what's next here? Well, the resistance does suggest that there is a possibility of this thing dumping down to here. That also ties with a possible retracement to the upside, because when BTC goes down, it means USDT is going up, yeah? It also ties with a possible retracement to the upside on USDT dominance right here. Same Fibonacci levels. Now, if you are keen, you will notice that the potential move up on USDT dominance is actually lower than the potential move down on BTC. So how do we work that out? Well, it means, folks, that whenever USDT dominance does come up here, or if it could come up here, BTC would bottom at whatever point it is at. So if USDT dominance comes up here when BTC is still somewhere around 114 or 113, that will be its bottom, regardless of where you thought it was going to go. The reason why I emphasize on that is because this is the money. We mostly follow this, yeah? If this is showing us that it's going to go down, we have to just know that BTC will go up because, well, it only goes up or down because of this. Now, to the upside, however, the chart here indicates that BTC could go as high as 123k. But that will strongly depend on this resistance right here being conquered. So we need a daily candle close above 117.1 to confirm this. Now, some might say I'm trying to play both sides here, so I will tell you what I think. I think we will most likely end up in a rally. There could be a slight retracement, but I think we will most likely end up in a rally. One of the reasons is because of this candle right here that filled the wick. Yeah, that's telling me that it's most likely going to go to the upside. The most important reason is because we've only had two drops right here on USDT dominance, which is 1 and 2. So I'd be expecting a third one that comes into the 2.618 right here. Now, mind you, after 1618, we'd be expecting the 786, which is why I say that the lowest we could go on BTC is that 786 level at about 112 to 110. But given that we are currently below the 50 EMA right here, I have reasons to believe that that is somewhat unlikely. Now, another important thing to note is that from current price right here on USDT dominance to the downside to that 2.618 is about 7.48%, which is different from what BTC is showing us. So on BTC, we have about 5.69%, which is lower than what we have on USDT dominance. So we could potentially have a higher move to the upside right here on BTC, given that USDT dominance is showing us that it could go lower than BTC could go higher here. So 123 may not actually be the top. This thing could go as high as 125. Anyway, I hope this wasn't so confusing. I will leave this chart in the comments. Maximum drawdown zone is between 112 to 110. That's maximum to the downside, but I don't really believe that we go there. I think we surpass this 1.618 at about 117k here and start heading to the upside soon.